Chen. Chen Confucius, good for Chen. All Chen inspired, time to get interracial relationship. Transgender reacting. All the women Chen dependent.
Have you tried doing ASMR with your toes?
No. Have I tried to do ASMR with my toes?
You have the perfect setup, dude.
It sucks because I think that it might get cut out because, like, a lot of the audio I have to, like, fuck around with so bad to get it.
Yeah, doing video is a whole different beast. Like, I do I do the sound effects for different comedy shows, right? For me to sample those, I actually have to like listen to it and listen to background like noises, and sometimes I have to apply filters to filter out the things that don't need it to be heard, things like that.
Oh wow!
Yeah, like there's so much more to it. Like for instance, I did well, here's a good example. You know the different songs people like to walk on to stage to, right?
Yeah.
Like, let's say if I use Sweet Home Alabama as a walk-up song, right? You can't exactly play Sweet Home Alabama from the beginning, right? Because they will go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it will take a while before they get to dun 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 dun, right? And then it takes even longer to get to Sweet Home Alabama part, right?
Yeah.
So by that time, the comedian already finished the set.
Okay,
yeah,
exactly.
So I cut and edited the song where it starts with Sweet Home Alabama. At the beginning, but then right after Sweet Home Alabama, the chorus ends, right? It doesn't end cleanly because it still have instrumentals going. And that doesn't go well with the beginning of the song where there's no instrumentals.
Yeah.
Like where the instrumentals is light, it's not like booming. So I had to like use stem splitters to split it into audio, well, into vocals, into the melody, into the drum parts and the bass part. And then you can pick and choose which channel to use.
No way.
Yeah. Yes way. And then and then I cleaned it so that something home to you, I left it only with the choir. And then it goes into the beat drop into dun 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 dun. It's so good.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that it was that intricate.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize that you could do that on the fly.
Well, yeah. Well, DJ equipment can do that on the fly. I don't do it on the fly. I do a lot of pre-work at home to make sure everything sounds just right before I bring it to the stage.
Yeah, because you know what you're going to do as far as that goes. Do you have like an idea about what you're going to play for comics when they go up there?
Generally speaking, yes. Like if it is a big guy, I will play the NFL song for Foxy.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Another one, one time I played it by accident, but it's still pretty funny. It's the drop out the titty song for big guys going on stage. Because they usually have big tits too, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And then one time this guy got on stage, I don't know you, dude.
Man.
And then I like to play La Chona for Mexican comics going on, but not always, right?
Yeah.
Like, but then it gets weird because sometimes, like, if you play weirdly, like, I don't know, like where the hood at, it's weird when a non black comedian goes on, you play that, it doesn't feel as right.
Right. Like you play it for like just a super white comic and just whip out some DMX and yeah, that's good though.
Yeah,
I think that's really funny.
Like for instance, Laura, there are some people who request their thing. Like I think you had Lauren on here, right? Lauren Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Lauren likes to joke about her dead dad, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So her request for her walk-up song would be Daddy Wasn't There from
the Austin Powers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like I try to make it so that the walk-up music is relatable to the comic that comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love how you do that. I remember our little exchange,
It requires sitting weeks after weeks listening to their set to sort of get an idea who they are.
Really? And then you finally just figure it out. You're like, oh, he would come out to this real good.
Well, yeah, because like I know the people coming up to this stage.
Yeah.
It's not just some random music by some random DJ who doesn't care.
Right.
So
yeah, that's still cool though.
Yeah,
that's I always wondered like if you just like loaded up some kind of a program with a soundboard and you just hit buttons like or something and
no, every single song I got unless they're off the bat good, most of the time I have to go through Audacity, go through every single one, find the place where it sounds good to start at and things like that. Because in the beginning when I first started making the soundboard, I was only doing 30-second clips. And I would have thought, well, 30 seconds for sure people would be on stage by then, right?
Right.
No, comedy show doesn't go to plan all the time.
No.
Sometimes they start dancing.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck, it's gonna end.
Right.
So that's why I started like make sure that they last longer just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that is awesome though. And I love it too because that walkout music is so hype. But I don't know, like have you ever gotten any feedback about the sound effects that you play in the middle of their sets?
Well, yes, there are people who have negative negative feedback to it because they're not used to having a DJ playing sound effects, right?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. So I follow a certain kind of rule, self-imposed rule when I do sound effects, okay? First of all, if they're doing good, I don't need to do sound effects. Right? Because they're doing good, like, why, right? So I only do sound effects if they're struggling. Okay. Or they're taking too long to get to the next part.
Interesting.
So, like, comedy has a certain rhythm/pacing to it. And so if they finish one joke, and then they're getting to the next one, but it's lasting a little bit too long, I can do a sound effect so it's almost like a tag, right? People get one more laugh before they go on to the next joke to help with the flow. But generally speaking, I don't come in unless they're struggling.
Yeah.
Now, what does it mean when they're struggling, right? Let's say they tell a joke, but the punchline is not readily apparent. Like maybe people are still taking a while to get. Let's say it's a joke where it has to do with something highly illegal, right? But then nobody laughed because it's like, yeah, and then I do dun, dun, and then, from the
Law and Order.
Yeah, and then they will laugh, right?
I love that.
Yeah. And so the timing goes like this, right? If they work for it, they punch and they get a laugh. Generally speaking, I don't need to do anything. But if they do their punch, nothing happens, then I do a sound effect to help them to keep going, to get the laugh out of it. And then this way they can keep going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like for instance, sometimes Lauren jokes about, I think it's weird I'm just bringing up Lauren, but just readily available. So Lauren sometimes like to joke about Planned Parenthood and In-N-Out, right? And then, so I know, not everyone laughs at abortion jokes, right? And sometimes when it doesn't, work, I will have, what's it called? I will play that In the Arms of the Angel.
Oh yeah,
and then people will love it, right?
Sarah McLachlan. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's in a way you have to more or less know the person's set, and you sort of have to know the expected outcome. You sort of have to know where the punchline is. Did the punch line land? Are you there to help them out to get the laugh out of their punchline they were supposed to do, or are you there to help them tag so that they have a easier time get to their next joke?
Yeah.
So it's almost like this sounds really bad because I'm not AI, but it almost sounds like I'm a co-pilot to their comedy set.
Yeah.
But
So that explains why you played so many to mine.
yeah. So
it wasn't funny, Trey.
oh yeah, but
no, I'm just kidding, man. But yeah, seriously.
no, I didn't get what you just said, but
yeah,
but what I'm trying to say is, but the last thing I want to do, right, is do a sound effect before they get to the punchline.
Sure. Yeah.
It's like you're working so hard to get to the punchline, and then I popped it for you.
Yeah, there's an art to it.
That's like me stealing your punchline. I don't want that. Like I do my best not to do that.
Yeah.
Like I only help you out if you're really struggling up there.
Yeah, but at least you have like kind of like an ethos about it as opposed to just
because other people try to do it, and they say, "Hello, he said black fire alarm sound." Right?
Oh yeah, the smoke alarm. I love it.
While that's funny, it's not a good idea to do it willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Right? Like if somebody is saying something that's horrific and more horrific with no punchline in sight, then maybe. Right? But generally speaking, people are pretty good at building up their case and then punching it down.
Yeah.
And then people laugh, and then they don't have to do anything.
Yeah, that is. I don't know. I just love that. But did you ever get your sound effects from like? Well, okay. So for this, I'll get like sound effects. I'll get things like from like they have like free websites and stuff like I think Pixabay.
They have things like freesound.org and things like that.
Yeah,
you can. But generally speaking, these kind of like sound effects are readily available on YouTube.
Oh, okay. So you just hit them right then and there. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, for here, like, since, I guess because they're a video, like I do that so I can also, in the bottom, like in like the credits, I can also throw in like, hey, if you want the sound effect, it's free, but this is, kind of like citing my references. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't want to be like using other people's shit, but it's like...
Yes. Now, generally speaking, if I remember correctly, it was something like radio or something like you have to do less than 3 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
But sound effects usually last less than, I don't know, 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think if you're doing a YouTube clip and like, let's say you want to show like a movie clip or something like that, I think there's something to where it has to be under 20 seconds or something like that. Like something weird. I don't know 100% for sure. Speaking of movies, a movie I just saw for the first time the other day? Training Day.
Never seen it.
You never seen it? The fucking movie's incredible.
Huh.
It is incredible. I like there's not many movies where at the end of the movie, like my jaw is like on the floor. But I was like, oh my God.
I want to ask what it's about.
The fuck?
But then I also don't want to spoil it for me and everyone watching this.
Yeah, it's it's been out for a long time. Like,
okay.
So since like 2000, I think 2000 or 2001, and it's just it's like a typical like cop drama, right? And what it's about.
Oh, I saw it in the theaters. I didn't watch it, but I saw the poster for it. I think they were re-airing it, right?
I probably like
yeah.
I know. Ethan Hawke and Denzel Washington won for Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah, because for Valentine's Day, me and my partner were at the mall, and then we saw it as part of the poster, but we didn't watch it.
Oh yeah, well we just watched it, and it was like I thought I saw it like way back when, but I don't think I actually fully saw it. I think I saw like scenes, and so we just sat down and we watched it. Incredible movie. It's so incredible. It's like I know the whole trope of like, like the bad cop, good cop kind of thing. It kind of like, you feel like it's been beat to shit, but this is done like flawlessly.
But have you seen Bad Cop, Bad Cop? Remember from the other guys?
Yeah.
They messed up.
I thought this was Bad Cop, Bad Cop.
Yeah, and then the guy just got beat up for no reason.
Right. Who plays Bad Cop, Bad Cop? Yeah, the desk pop. Oh, man. I love that fucking movie, dude. Aim for the bushes. There's no fucking bushes. There wasn't a bush.
My favorite one is the Christina theme.
Oh yeah,
and then the whipped husband. Oh,
right.
It's so painful to watch because I was that whipped husband.
Oh, no shit. You come
Yeah.
back here, you sleep with my wife. You sleep with my wife.
Well, maybe not as bad as that, but
I was about
like,
to say, I'm like,
but like not having a backbone, right? Because
Mhm.
I don't know if I mentioned it last time. Is like when you have your first like girlfriend or boyfriend,
Mhm.
like an official relationship, how much is too much? You don't know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you do what you can, but then you end up capitulating to some bad tendencies.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I think everybody kind of goes through that when they're in a long relationship and then they realize that they just don't like the person that they become because they weren't authentic to begin with.
Well,
you know.
the biggest thing at the end of all that relationship was that I hollow myself too much. I have nothing. I
Mhm.
felt like an empty shell, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you empty yourself trying to make this relationship work, but then it just doesn't.
Yeah, you're giving too much of the wrong thing instead of giving yourself.
Yeah.
You know? And that's like that's no good, man. And it's like the ultimate it's going to be over.
Mm.
Eventually. It's a ticking time bomb.
Mhm.
It's going to be over, you know. And that's why usually when you get out of those relationships you feel liberated and the next one you get into you are yourself
Yeah.
unabashedly and you feel great.
And it's awesome if the other one also loves you for who you are.
Right.
And
So
so
be
far,
yourself.
so far I'm what's it called? So far I'm enjoying my current relationship. It's just unfortunate my parents aren't, well, mostly my mom aren't accepting of alternative relationships.
Oh yeah, I remember you touching base on that last time.
Yeah.
Like it hasn't gotten any better?
Mm-mm.
No, same.
She's been trying to set me up. She's asking left and right, like Mexicans, Chinese, doesn't matter. There's like, hey, do you have a family member who needs a husband or something or boyfriend?
Oh really? She's trying to set you up?
Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh.
Like, there are so many different layers to this. I don't even know where to begin.
Right. Yeah. But I get it though. It's like there's just it's overwhelming.
Yeah, I know. She's trying really hard for me to be normal.
Mm.
And but that's the thing. What is normal, right?
Right.
Like because
it's your normal.
I think I probably mentioned this last time, but it's something like I sort of saw the writing on the wall working in tech. So I know that I can't like stay competitive or economically viable, as they say, if I only work in tech. That's why like I also started doing comedy and things like that, because I wanted to work on something where I can be me and work with people.
Yeah.
So that's why. Yeah.
Yeah, that's I feel like in tech, and I don't know this from experience, but I feel like in tech it would be like you're at a computer like all day and or wherever apparatus you're working on, and you're never, you don't really get out and talk to people,
Oh, speaking of all that AI stuff. Oh man. Okay. This one grinds my gears.
Yeah.
Things grind my gear, but this one particularly grinds my gear, okay?
All right.
So remember how AI came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they did everything legitly, if they did everything by the books, if they did things morally, this is what they would have done. They would have bought all their training materials. They would have hired their own trainers. They would have paid them to train the AI, right? And then with trained AI, they offer it to the public, right? But that would take a lot of money on training data, a lot of money on hiring trainers, and then it won't be used at such a scale where it's rapidly increasing, right? Because think about how many people around the world that's using AI right now versus a company of people working on AI, right? That's like less than a fraction, right? So what they're doing is right if their goal is to come out on top, right? But come out on top regardless of morals or doing things right? So think about this. Instead of doing things quote unquote the right way, they instead use people's disdain for one another. Like employees don't want to have employers don't want to have employees, people don't want to pay each other, people don't want to owe each other, right? It's like, hey, with this AI tool, you don't have to rely on other people and you can still have the power of team and whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then so they're using people's disdain to power this engine to train it, right? So you have this going on. Then you think about what happened with Doge, right? Beginning of last year or It was last year, or was it the year before? It's been so long, it feels like decades, right?
Yeah, that's a little out of my pay grade right there.
So Doge got rid of a whole bunch of people, right?
Yeah.
Some of them are from protection agencies. Then they did mass layoffs, right? I'm sure some of these mass layoffs aren't done properly, right? Are probably violating some rule, but it doesn't matter because there are so many people being mass laid off at the same time, and you just cut the protection agency's staff. Who are the people going to cry to? There's nobody to cry to. And like it will be years, months before their case is even heard. And then they'll starve to death. So they're forced to find another job in a market where everyone is looking for a job.
Yeah.
Because they mass laid off tech workers, right? So imagine this. If a company was to add AI to a requirement, let's say you are a sysadmin or you just do some whatever on the computer, right?
Yeah.
Company asks you to use AI now. Then the logical answer is, great, but you're asking me to babysit this AI, to train this AI. Are you going to pay me more? It's an additional job duty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, companies aren't going to do that.
No.
But think about it like this. By laying off everyone, you now added to the job title. And because you held off on hiring people for so long and people are desperate, because most Americans are one paycheck away from disaster/homelessness, right?
Yeah.
Not only can you hire them for less, you can also tack on the AI as part of your job duty when you bring them back on. Right?
Wow.
Like nobody wants to work those AI, right? But because it's essentially you're tacking on the job of being a manager and being a quality assurance on top of what you were already doing, right? Looking at the input of AI, making sure and then if you even have to set up all the prompts and everything for AI, that's additional work, right?
So like businesses,
and only to make you more replaceable too, because now they have a tool that knows half of what you do, right?
Right.
So
I think that probably the AI would know more, right?
Yeah, because it's supposed to be able to leverage pieces of information from all around the company, right?
Yeah.
Now think about it like this, right? This is already pretty nasty, right? Now, because AI is so expensive, companies are considering setting AI as part of the compensation.
As part of the compensation?
Yeah.
Like
it's like, oh, no. Using AI is not an extra duty for you to do. Using AI is actually, what's it called? It's actually a benefit to you. So we're actually going to take it away from your paycheck so that you have AI to use.
What the hell?
I know. It makes me feel gross looking at that. I'm like, so first of all, nobody wants to use AI. And now you're making it part of the compensation to pay people less. In the current situation where nobody wants, like, it's really hard to find a job.
Yeah. That's the whole thing is like, it's a little wonky.
Well, that's the thing, right? Because remember how last time I was talking about like voting by, like people say vote, right? And then there's a saying, vote by your wallet, right? How can you vote by your wallet if you don't have money? Or they don't need your money to function? How do you vote then? Right?
Yeah.
And so the problem with like the snowballing of power and resources up top and the regular people being made more irrelevant, think about all this wars that's going on, the demolition of the White House, right? Everything where people are just left out. The more this is going down that way, you essentially don't have a say.
Right.
Right?
And I think isn't that the way that they want it though? They want to kind of eliminate your voice from that?
Because your voice, unless it's pro whatever they're doing, it's just noise.
It's just noise. Right.
Yeah. So like that's one of the things that I find really boring about being an adult. Because if you boil all the rhetoric away, you boil away all the complexities, it always boils down to I'm right, you're wrong, I should get more, you should get nothing. And then that's what consent is, that's what right is. It just gets it all the good and evil, everything goes away, just going into that central message from every single person on this planet, and then it's just boring, because then at that point everyone becomes predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that's essentially what everyone wants, right? So
yeah, it's kind of a strange sort of direction that we're kind of heading. It's like it's kind of
getting very existential for some reason, because
it's odd. And it seems like nobody really actually knows what's going on either.
Well, because like they even created chips with human brain cells in them now.
Yeah, I read about that.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna borrow a term from a video game called Forever Winter. And then they call it wetware. So it's almost like hard drive, but it has human organs in it and things like that.
Nice.
It's gross, but the reason why I think wetware is appropriate is it's because they have biological stuff on it to make the machine work, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So what is the purpose of that? Is that like kind of like helping like medicine in a way? Like, is it gonna act as an organ, or is it something else?
They can't create real artificial intelligence, so they're just going to recreate intelligence, but in the form of a chip where it cannot just say no. Can you imagine? You're just
no.
You saw Robot Chicken, right?
Yeah.
Remember the chicken being strapped onto the thing where the thing popped its eye open and then it's just watching the screen?
Right.
Yeah, that's literally going to be our minds.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Or how about, have you seen the movie Source Code?
No, I've never seen Source Code. Is that
Watch that movie. You will be like the main character. Let's just say you'll be like the main character without spoiling anything.
Okay.
And then, but what happens in Forever Winter? It's like this. There's a faction called Eurasia. There's a lot of population in there, right? Their technology isn't as advanced as Europa or Americas or something like that. And then so what they did is they turned their populace into cyborgs.
Nice.
So they're essentially using people's brain to control things.
Yeah.
Well, to do the computing and everything, but they replace their body with exoskeletons. So while there's a human heart, a human brain in there, they are not in control of their body. Imagine you can't control your body and your body is just charging at the enemy.
Yeah.
Either as an animal or crawling around or running at them, almost like zombie-like. You see everything's that happening, but you have no control over it.
Man, sounds like a dream. No, I'm just kidding.
Nightmare.
But it sounds like a nightmare. Yeah, I'm weirdly out of control already, so that would be like the story of my life. But that sounds pretty epic. Have you heard this new game called like Crimson Desert or something like that?
Yes, I played Black Desert before. It was fun.
Is it like the same?
It's by the same company, Pearl Abyss. Yeah, it's funny because I just looked it up like 2 days ago, a day ago.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. It seems good.
It's a good game. If Black Desert is anything to go by, it should be fun because it's a MMO with actual fighting combat in it. So like when you play games like World of Warcraft, sometimes it gets so abstract it doesn't feel real.
Right. Yeah.
These ones actually have like input delays and everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like invisibility frames and things like that, where it's like actual fighting game.
Oh, okay.
It gets intense.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm excited to check it out because I was looking for new games to play.
If anything, check out Black Desert first.
Yeah, okay. I love like open world kind of games, and I played Elden Ring like several times, and then like I just went through like the Far Cries again, and like Fallout, of course, is great.
How about Cyberpunk?
I just didn't like it.
Why not?
I tried. I really did. I put like something like 40 hours into it, and I just didn't like it.
What build were you doing?
I think I did whatever the corporate one was first, and then I did that street one next.
No. Like, what play style did you went with to make it so that you try to have fun?
Well, okay.
Did you use guns? Did you use blades? Did you use fists? Do you use?
I use guns.
Guns. And what kind of guns? There are 3 types.
I guess whatever that It's been a while.
So they have smart weapons that do homing. They have tech weapons that punches through objects, and power weapons that ricochet off the ground.
Yeah, no, I just did the smart weapons, I think.
Yeah, it's really cool, right? The bullet go curve. Pew!
Yeah, it was pretty cool, but just for some reason, I just couldn't get into it. I don't know why. I had the same thing, and people might think I'm crazy when I say this, but I also really didn't have fun with Grand Theft Auto 5 either.
Yeah.
I loved Grand Theft Auto 3.
I tried to play Grand Theft Auto, but then I died at the beginning heist, and then I just never tried again.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
But then I played the one for GameCube. No, the old one, San Andreas or something, and that one was fine.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, the old ones were great. I don't know what it was about them.
Yeah.
Like in Miami Vice, was it Miami Vice? No, it was the Miami Vice Grand Theft Auto one. Whatever they called that. That was really fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, for some reason I just couldn't get into it, and so I started trying to go back and
I guess I just never found I just never found like paying an escort for the services and then beating her up to get the money back funny. like theoretically is funny, but like for me to actually do it, even in the video game, it's like this doesn't feel right.
Yeah,
like the concept is funny, but no.
Yeah, when you pick up a hooker in Grand Theft Auto 3, I don't think that they leave the seats that they're in, right?
Oh.
But then the animation like makes the car wobble to one side, right? So it's like so I guess they're fucking. And but it used to crack me up because I was like, what the fuck is going on? I didn't even know. And I was pretty young, I guess, at the time. I was like early teen. And I was like,
no,
what the fuck is that? And then I was like, oh, they're fucking, man. and then I kicked her ass and took her money.
well, the PG explanation is like, adults like to play seesaw too.
Oh. Yeah, this thing was posturepedic. Yeah, it was it was pretty wild. But yeah, I've been looking into it, looking into just newer games, and I'm getting suggestions from like a ton of people for different games to look into, but I don't know. I don't even know what I'm looking for. Like my girlfriend, she's playing that Hello Kitty world game.
Oh yeah, I think it's almost like Animal Crossing but Hello Kitty.
That's what she says. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it's pretty cute.
Yeah, it is. She likes it. She seems like she likes it, but she likes those kind of games. Like if Hello Kitty had a gun, I would be like about it.
Well, if that's the case, you should play Pal World.
Power World?
Pal World.
Pal World?
PALWORLD.
Oh, Pal World.
Yeah, and they even got...
That's hard to say anyway.
Nintendo was after their ass for a long time.
Really?
Yeah, because they did a better game than Nintendo could. And then Nintendo is like, you stole our idea! Even though some of these mechanics are just popular everywhere, so...
Yeah.
It was ridiculous with all those things.
It's kind of like the same thing I heard about, this is a long time ago, though, with Call of Duty and the Battlefield, I think it's called. Because I never played Battlefield, I played Call of Duty. But when it first came out, my buddies were saying the same thing. They were like, oh yeah, it's just a generic Call of Duty. And then, then you played it and it was pretty different. It was like a whole different thing, I guess more realistic, I guess. But, and I only played one for just a very short amount of time, but, it's like, even though the mechanics were similar, it still wasn't the same. It still felt different.
Yeah. Just because it's a guy walking around with a gun doesn't mean it's the same game.
Right.
Which can be said about so many different games. Like, wait, you played Borderlands?
Borderlands?
Yeah.
No. It's just, I don't like those cartoons, man. Like the cartoony look. For some reason,
you can turn off the shaders.
Turn off the shaders?
Yeah, you get rid of the dark borders and it just look like a regular game. You can turn it off.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to check it out. Because I heard it's a good game.
Because the writings are hilarious.
Yeah?
Yeah, some of my humor comes from there too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I might have to check it out. You ever play those Resident Evil games?
No, but I've been watching people playing Resident Evil 9. And then it was good enough that me and my friend went ahead and watched a recap of all the Resident Evil series so far.
Really?
Very good series.
Is that the new one, the Requiem? Or whatever it's called?
9.
Yeah, I would love to. I want to play that one. I heard it's very good and very scary, and
Yeah.
you know, I'm like,
well,
man,
it's very
looks awesome.
scary, but mostly when you're playing as Grace.
Grace?
Yes.
Okay.
But then if you play as Leon, you're just like a badass that beats everybody up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. The last time I played Resident Evil was literally Resident Evil 2 on the early PlayStations. Like, I think that was literally PlayStation 1.
I would say play Resident Evil 4 and then skip to 9.
Play Resident Evil 4 and then skip to 9?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because 4 apparently is really good. That was the first time I heard they said the game is really good, and I was a kid and it was on GameCube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw some weird like clips of it and I was like, this is not the game I remember. You know.
It was something like 4 was really good, and then they went a little bit too crazy with 5, 6, and then 7 brought it back, and then it hasn't been good since.
Oh, okay.
So 4 is probably the cutoff point before you leap to the new. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, it's man, I just been kind of like trying to like entertain myself, you know, when I get off of work.
What, the old righty is not doing it for you anymore?
Who?
Your righty is not doing it for you anymore?
I thought it was like an actual person. I was like, I don't, should I try to get him on the podcast? Like, I was like, who is that? I'm like, and now, no. This person will not be appearing on the podcast. Down boy. No, I just been like looking into things like I guess that I've missed and stuff, and then just kind of like watching movies that I wouldn't normally watch, you know, and stuff like that. And you know, hence Training Day. It's never like that movie, for example, like never interested me. I think there was another movie with Christian Bale called Harsh Times or something like that, and that movie never interested me either. You know, but then yeah, like I heard that Training Day wasn't just good; it was incredible. And so I was like, all right, well, I'll just give it a shot. And then me and Olivia, we kind of had like one of our little date nights, and yeah, we watched it, and we were like,
if it is good enough to be shown on Valentine's for couples,
yeah, maybe. I mean, it's just a wild movie. It's a wild movie. Chen is suffering from the allergies that are going around in this wonderful city.
I got the Alex Jones, dude. like Alex Jones were coughing and sneezing on Tim Pool's podcast.
Really?
Yeah. So the way I see it is that allergies in Texas is pretty bad.
Yeah.
And then so your immune system sort of suffers because it's on high alert all the time. So then you can't defend the stuff that are actually bad. And then you have like temperature fluctuations with AC and hot outside, hot, cold all the time. So it's really easy to catch a cold.
That's if you actually go outside.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I have to. So you're suffering allergies all the time, and then just as you thought you got better from allergy, you catch a cold.
Right.
And then sometimes you have allergies and cold at the same time. And
it's bad. Yeah. It gets bad here.
And on top of that, if you're thinking about moving to Texas, here's another thing, okay? My parents when I was living in California, my parents are like, move to Texas. The gas is only half over there. Yes, gas is half of $6 per gallon, okay? But guess what? You have to drive 4 times as long to get anywhere, okay? So I'm still paying double, and I'm putting more wear, and it takes longer to get anywhere, okay? So don't do it. Don't do it.
That's true. I never used to, like when I moved to Texas, I never used to discuss distance as time before. But now it's like, or
the distance is irrelevant.
Yeah, it's almost like how far away is that? And it's like, oh, that's 40 minutes easy. Yeah. It's like, oh man, is that with or without traffic? That's without traffic. That's you getting there quickly.
That's 2 hours with traffic.
Yeah, with traffic, you better leave early. That's my work.
Or don't go until late, right?
Yeah.
But you have to drive 40 minutes to work?
That's on a good day.
Yeah. And you have to do that 5 days a week?
4.
Okay, but
4, but it's
but you do long shifts, right? Like 10-hour shifts or something?
12.
12.
Yeah, minimum. So it's so at the end of my shift, so it's like, oh man, it's going to take me like forever to get home, and I know it, and so I'll listen to music, different podcasts, things like that to like fill my time. But dude, after a while, it just got to a point where I stopped even listening to shit. I would just drive just in silence. I listened to everything. I've heard everything. I'm like, because you're in the car like for 4 hours a shift, basically.
Well, have you ever get bored enough you turn on the radio and you flip to the Spanish stations just to stay entertained?
No.
Okay, so maybe
that's
not
really funny.
maybe not as bad as I am. But sometimes when I do get bored like that, I'm like, let's listen to what they're playing on the Spanish channels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My car, I don't have a radio. My radio doesn't work. It's just like
Is it because of antenna or what?
No, I think because I bought it cash kind of thing, and it was just like, yeah. So this is what's wrong. This is what's wrong. This was wrong. Oh yeah, sorry, no radio.
Yeah.
And then I look, and it was like he tried to install the radio in there, and didn't do it right. It's just it's so weird.
Well, doesn't that mean you can just try to replace the console and to see if that works?
I want to get
I
want to do that.
Yeah, a long time ago, people used to change their consoles in their car all the time.
Yeah. I want to do that, but I just haven't. It's one of those things. Like when I get off of work, I'm freaking so done that I come home and I have to relax.
How are you playing music nowadays? Just with that cable like that plug into your phone?
Yeah. I'll listen to my phone, but I have to have my AirPods. The other day I left my AirPods at work. It's been hard.
40 minutes of.
I'm one of those people. I'm like, I'm not turning around. If I leave something, I don't care if I'm a mile down the road. I'm like, it's gone forever. I have to get new ones or something like that.
Until you come back.
Yeah.
Well, wait. So, do you work 4 days consecutively, or like
sometimes?
Crazy.
So because it's like medical, we have like a weird schedule.
But 12 hours is barely any time, and let's see, you spend 8 hours sleeping. So that's 4 hours. And out of the 4 hours, you spend 2 driving, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
So that means you have barely 2 hours. So you just come home and say, hi, wife, girlfriend, hug, and then pass out, wake up, eat breakfast, and then just drive.
Yeah, except for the eating part. Because when I wake up, I won't have time. I have to get up and go. So I eat for the first time when I get to work.
God.
Yeah, that's the only way I can do it. Because if I could wake up, but then I lose sleep.
This war on work from home is so messed up because it's like we pay to stay at apartments, but we're not there half the time.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, it's wild.
It's like, well, that's how we always did it. Yeah, but then they're changing the rules on all the other stuff that are, of benefit to people to make it worse. So it's like, more for me, less for you, rules for you, none for me. It gets boring.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Yeah.
It is pretty rough. It's just all it is essentially just sleep, work, sleep, work, sleep, work. And then so on my days off, like it's almost like sometimes I don't even know what to do. Like, because I'm just like, it's not a day off. It's more like
it's almost like the system is designed in a way where you have to spend money to make you feel like you're either making progress or to feel something.
Yeah.
But then you're feeding your life force to get money in the first place.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know. Like you could have just felt things without having to feed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole thing is wild, but it's like you start seeing how bad it is the more you work.
Yeah.
And so like you start seeing like how terrible the quality of life is when you have these kind of shifts.
Yeah.
And people in the business, will say that, oh, that's just how it is. That's just life. That's just life. So you just got to suck it up and just go. And it's like, that sucks.
Remember when me and when JP was around, we did this joke premise where I was saying consent is a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
So
that.
so the thing with consent with a lie, well, that's the thing. Like, how can you consent to something, and if someone tell you, just say that's how it is, and you don't know all your options?
Right.
How can you consent to things if you don't even know your options?
Yeah.
And they on purposely don't teach you.
I don't consent to work.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, how many people as kids, right? Because the other day I saw something like somebody trying to be smart did some post saying like, when my teacher asked me what I wanted to be
Mhm.
when I grew up, uh, I said I didn't dream about being another person's slave, right?
Yeah.
As if they have it all figured out.
Mhm.
But that's the thing, like kids aren't taught that. They don't even know the amount of, for lack of a better word, fuckery that they
Mhm.
have to experience to even get to that conclusion.
Yeah. They have no idea, and the worst part is like you can't exactly teach them.
Yeah.
Like you can't just be like, hey, just let you know when you get older, you're gonna be working all the time. So
Mhm.
enjoy where you're at right now. Like there's no concept of that. Like there's no way to apply that in a way that they would fully understand what you're talking about.
And you just remind me of something. Did I ever talk about like how to pick a good job? The things that they don't teach kids?
No, I don't think
Okay.
so. I don't
Okay.
recall
So
that.
like, when growing up, they tell you that, chase after your dreams,
Mhm.
chase after things that make money, right?
Yeah.
Except everybody is told to chase after their dreams. Everybody is told to chase after money, right?
Mhm.
And businesses know that. And if they know that, they can lowball you. Think about it. You just spent 12 years chasing after your dream job. They lowball you. And every other one is also lowballing you. Are you going
Yeah.
to say no, right? You already have 12 years of sunk cost to it, right?
Mhm.
Right? And then, of course, same thing happened with money, right? Let's say you go to a high-paying job, right? And then the workload is super unreasonable, but
Mhm.
all the other ones are doing it. And then you look at all your classmates who are suffering, not as much as you do, but
Mhm.
making way less money than you.
Right.
And then you look at that, it's like, man, I better keep this up, right?
Yeah.
So how do we avoid traps like that, right? I think it's something like this. Instead of thinking about chasing after your dream job, chasing
Mhm.
after money, there are many criteria. For one, it's like, how do you like to work? Like, for instance, do you like to work with people or do you like to work with computers, right?
Mhm.
That's one, right? Because some jobs are great in front of people and some people are great in front of computers. Like, let's say you chase after your dream job, but you have to say hi to people all the time. Then that would be hell if you're an introvert, right?
Right.
Right? So first of all, people or computer. Another thing is, how random do you want your job to be? Some people enjoy a job where they can just shut their brain off. They go stamp, 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 and they don't have to think about anything.
Yeah.
Because there's something to be said about a job like that where you can shut your brain off so you can conserve your thinking power for when you're actually free to work on something you want, right?
Mhm.
Because there's something to be said about working a brain drain job where you actually have to think and then apply yourself. And then by the time end of the day, you don't want to think about anything, right? Even though those are your most precious time for actually making a change in your life,
Mhm.
right? So how random do you want your job to be, right?
Hmm.
So think about it like these two. Then think about your dream like role. Like let's say someone says I want to be a movie star, right?
Right.
Well, suppose you want to be a movie star, but you don't want all the negatives associated with it. How close can you get to a movie star without having to do that while satisfying the other two, right?
Mhm.
Can you be a writer? Can you be the makeup artist? Can you be whatever, right?
Mhm.
There's always some way to get as close to what you want without all the negatives and pitfalls associated with what the industry have set out for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Mhm.
why my alternative to chasing after your dream job or chasing after money. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that something like that I think would be cool for people that it would apply to.
yeah.
For my particular job, unfortunately, like
Yeah.
I have to be there.
Yeah. Well,
But I wish that there was a way that I could do
think
that.
about that, right? Like let's say firefighting, right?
Hmm.
But then you think about firefighting is a sub branch of helping people, right?
Yeah.
So like if somebody doesn't want to be physically there, they can always be a dispatcher, right?
Hmm.
So it's not that you don't always get the exact position that you always dreamed of, but you can get hella close.
Yeah. In my opinion, like so there's this thing called Telemed, right? And Telemed is telemedicine, right? And what it is kind of like if like let's say you're at home and you just get on with like on the web and you and your doctor do like a FaceTime kind of thing. That's basically what Telemed is. And so sometimes we have to utilize that, at my job. It to me is the worst, stupidest fucking thing ever.
It is.
Ever, because
some things shouldn't be done remote.
Right. Some things shouldn't be done remote. Yeah. And it's so fucking stupid because like basically they have no idea, and I'm not going to go off on a tangent because that'll be another 3 hours. But like essentially, long story short, they go off or they don't understand exactly what is happening. You need to use your five senses when you are assessing assessing a patient, right? Yeah. But that being said,
some patients give off a smell. Sometimes you have to hear the pulse with a stethoscope or something.
Yeah. And that's
I don't know how to pronounce it
because the sound of that pulse changes.
Yeah.
The sound of that pulse, like, you can hear it and I can hear what's wrong with you if that sound just changes a little bit.
Oh, imagine how cool would it... Okay, new business idea. Imagine a USB microphone. You stick to your computer and then a stethoscope and then you hear this and then the doctor can hear
They got them.
Yeah, I'm sure they have stuff like that.
A buddy of mine who I worked with, he had one of those Bluetooth stethoscopes. Yeah. And he can like he could record the like what was going on his phone. And he could send it over to the providers or doctors or whoever. Yeah. And it was all that stuff is really, really, really neat,
but it just doesn't beat being in there in person.
Yeah, unfortunately, like it sucks. It's like, you gotta be there.
It's almost like we have derivatives from the norm just so that the people who can get it while everybody else gets a lesser/perverse version of it.
What? Wait, can you elaborate on that?
As in, like, it's almost like people who can do it get to exist in real world, but everybody else is forced to go online to feel something or explore something.
Okay. Yeah.
Or like people who can do it will go see the doctors and have doctors at their beck and call, whereas people who can just get this cheap online version, right?
Yeah.
Or like people who can do it will get cars that's very maintainable, have good enduring parts, good product policy, good consumer protection. Everyone else is stuck with products and services that's just like, oh, it broke? Well, there's no protection, but you can always buy another one because it's so cheap.
Yeah.
Right? So, and by people, I'm talking about, it's not just the rich, the elite, or wherever. It's just, for lack of a better word, just have-nots,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I don't know if I mentioned it last time, but there was this thing called Rules for Rulers by GCP Gray. And then one of the things that really struck me on that one was talking about how so like they were talking about dictatorships and how a ruler can't rule without his keys to power. So the military, the ministers, and the police force or whatever, right? That all go under him.
Yeah.
And then his job as a leader is distribute the resources, right? And then if you can get resources from oil, from minerals and things like that without the people's input, then you don't need to give money to people, not because you're a bad guy, because if you give money to the people instead of your 3 keys, someone else who wants your position can say, hey, we can just stop paying those people and give you more. And then these 3 keys to power would just follow the other guy, right? So it's not that you can't be good, you can be good, but it leaves an opening for the next person who wants to be in your seat.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Now, the reason why democracies are good is that the people is the reason why it's so prosperous. So if you ignore the people, then you're also killing your golden egg laying goose, right? It's not that we have good schools, good hospitals, or good whatever out of the kindness of their heart. It's because we are the product. So that's the thing I worry about AI and money. Because essentially they're the same thing, right? You have AI doing the thinking, you have money replacing labor. Because it's like how everything evolves into crabs. In animal kingdom, everything eventually turns into a bank if a business gets big enough, because they start investing their surplus money, and then that investment start making more money than their actual employees are generating.
Yeah.
Right? Then everything essentially turns into a bank, right?
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then they don't need people anymore. Well, if they don't need people, then you think about the eroding rights, you think about the shittier deals you have to make just to survive and things like that.
Yeah.
We're living in it right now.
Yeah. It's kind of wild watching it.
And it's dangerous because dictatorships are stable, according to the video. Democracies are stable. But whenever it's in between dictatorship and in between democracy, it's just civil war and crazy shit.
Isn't it nuts?
Yeah. So
that's crazy. So you grew up in was it?
I grew up in China for the first 10 years of my life.
Yeah. Do you remember or know of? Is it still like communist? And I'm not very good with that stuff. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing, right? My family, I think we grew up in the military yard. So in a way, they're essentially for the party. So for me, life is good because for the party. So right. So it's like that's all I knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I think one of my family members from a different brand, like a distant relative, spoke out against his local government official, and they locked him up for years and still haven't let him out.
Oh my God.
Well, that's the thing, right?
Because there's no free speech over there, right?
Well, I will argue there's no free speech anywhere unless you have the ways to defend yourself, to back it.
Sure.
And in America, it's almost like you have free speech, but if you talk about things that actually matters with actual weight behind it, you better have something to be able to defend it, because the people who actually care will go after you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this also goes beyond just free speech, like owning land, right? Because if you're just thinking, well, buying a house is just having enough money to buy the house and pay the yearly tax and all the repair fees, and then that's it, right? You also have to have enough resources so that if you have a bad neighbor or you have a bad city official that wants your land, you need some way to be able to fight back. Or if anything, be compensated properly before you're forced to move.
Oh, right.
So you actually need more than just the tag, the price tag,
right,
to actually own a land. You actually also have to have enough in reserves to actually fight and defend it when you need to.
Yeah, I was actually just talking about that.
Yeah, that's the real price of things. In other words, we're shown a price where, technically you can do this, but it has no insurance and it has no protection. So in order for insurance and protection, you actually have to have more than just a sticker price.
What is the name of that? I guess it's like a law or something like that. What is the name of that? It's like something domicile something. No. Oh, it's killing me.
Eminent domain?
Eminent domain. That's it. Is that what eminent domain is? Like when a company gets bought out? And
no, when a government... now, don't quote me on this. Give me a second.
Yep. There it is. So the allergies.
Eminent domain is whenever the government decides let's say you have a piece of land right here. They're building a grand railroad project from San Francisco to New York.
Yeah.
And they just have to have it. Yeah. But you are living in this area where they can't go around because there's mountains and other crazy shit.
They gotta
right?
get through it. Yeah.
They have to go through it. So while yes, they can take it, but the caveat is that they have to pay you fair compensation for your land. But then the question is, what is fair compensation?
Right. Yeah.
Right? Because like, who does the appraiser actually work for?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Because if the appraiser actually give a really good price for your land, think about it. You may be paid off and you're happy, right? But that appraiser have to look at all those other officials' faces day after day after day after day.
Yeah.
Right? So like, who is he actually going to help out, right? Because if he help out you once, he still have to pay for it.
Jesus.
Right? So
that's crazy.
So you think about, like, if you apply this logic across what's happening in government, not just in America, but all around the world, is like, it's not that they're inefficient. There's just so many different cards that you don't see at play, right? Or like, for instance, something that's interesting that I saw recently, Jeff Kaplan, game designer. He was known for many things, but was known to be lead of Overwatch for Blizzard. So have you heard of Overwatch? It's a
I never played it, but I heard
it's
it.
a hero shooter game like Marvel Rivals or whatever, right? So the game was doing so good, they so good that they even had the esports league, right? And then with the esports league, the marketing and advertisers overpromised, I guess, drove up that hype so big that they actually, they drove up the hype so big that we overcommitted resources. Now we have to let go of 1,000 people. And then they pretty much told Jeff, now I'm just quoting, I could be wrong, that he has to let go, they're going to let go of 1,000 people and it's going to be on his head. Even though he didn't do the advertising, right?
Yeah, even though he didn't do anything.
And then now he has to, well, that's why he left Overwatch. Like, left Blizzard, because it's like he doesn't want to be part of it, right?
Yeah.
So that made me think, right? Because like the wrong conclusion, is that the wrong conclusion is women work in marketing because they like to give promises, but they aren't the ones who actually have to fulfill those promises, right? That's the wrong conclusion. Okay. The conclusion I do have, though, is what's it called? The conclusion that I do have is that because I work in customer service, because I help people with their computers, but it's also more or less a customer service role, right? In customer service, we're taught under promise, over deliver, right? So if I come help you and you think I'm a bumbling fool, it's fine. It's not because I'm actually a bumbling fool, but I need to set your expectation low because I don't know what the outcome is. If it turned out good. If it turned out better than good, great, right?
Yeah.
But
that's what I'm doing with this podcast.
But if I set your expectation high, if it turned out good, you won't be happy because it's not great, right?
Yeah.
So then I think about this applying not just to video games, but to nations, to different companies, to relationships, right? Because there are definitely people who are writing checks that they cannot cash. Like, or think about it like this, right? Nations, right? Think about America's advertisement to the world, right? Like, me as a kid growing up in Asia, you look at American Hollywood, that's essentially America's advertisement arm.
Yeah.
Right? Marketing arm, talking about how great America is,
right?
The different ideals, romance,
right?
Freedom,
yeah, they romanticize
equality,
the fuck out of it in Hollywood, you know,
equality, all the other good things, feel good stuff, right?
Right.
And these ideals are not bad ideals, but are they reality? Right? Because you see this ad for America, you're like, oh, maybe this is what life is like in America. And then you move to America.
Yeah. And then
it turns out to be different.
Yeah.
And then they make it really hard to renounce your citizenship. It's like a gym with a terrible like cancellation process.
Yeah.
But really good ads.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Dude, the fucking ads. Oh my God, there's fucking ads everywhere. Every fucking where.
well,
It's the most horrible thing.
oh, there's even ads in ChatGPT too now. ChatGPT, yeah,
Really?
yeah.
God damn. Dude, there's ads at the gas station. There's
Yeah.
ads like the fucking YouTube app. Pretty much.
Well, that's the thing, right? Money comes from what's it called?
Revenue. Like,
No, money comes from not people anymore. Money comes from the top.
Ugh.
And that's also really bad because well, damn it, I lost my trail of thought.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, just allow the ad. No, it's I can't fucking stand it.
I remember it now. It's a luxuryfication of everything, and it's bad. So it happens in real estate, and that's the easiest way to explain it. It's like, a developer buy a same plot of land. Doesn't matter how much they pay. Well, they pay the same for the plot of land regardless, right?
Oh, we're going back to the eminent domain?
No.
Oh.
Now I'm talking about money.
Oh, okay.
But think about it.
Holy shit.
let's say a developer paid that much for land, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they paid that much for land. They could build entry-level homes, but they can only sell these homes for so much.
Right.
But if they build luxury homes, then they can make more, right?
Yeah.
Same amount of money, right?
Mhm.
So, but then that becomes a problem. He does this. Another developer sees that. He's like, I'm not going to pay the same amount just to make less money than him.
Right.
I'm also going to build luxury homes.
Right.
Then you think about all the luxury homes that's popping up rather than entry-level homes because that's what people need.
Right.
So because they don't need to listen to regular people anymore, they just listen to who actually has the money to buy luxury homes. Right?
Yeah.
And then you have that, right? But then that can also apply to everything else, right? Like you think about like I don't know, like products, right? They don't want to just sell you a simple product anymore. They want to sell you a subscription or like things like that. It's like everything is designed because like look, like for instance, like let's say even all this, right? Like sometimes people use Adobe Premiere or some other video editing software, right?
Yeah.
Back then you can just buy one license.
Yeah.
And it's good for that version, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, and that's it. And that was it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then they have the subscription ones for people who actually are raking in the money and need the latest and greatest, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I love dogs.
I don't think anybody's actually going to hear it, but it just always kind of gets on my nerves a little bit. I'm like, God damn it.
but what I'm trying to say is that the people who actually pay for subscriptions are the people who's like, well, I'm making $6,000 a year. What's $200 for Adobe subscription, right?
Oh yeah. Oh
right?
God.
Right.
Yeah.
But that $200 is an arm and a leg for a regular person.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But now they're making it so that subscription only model. Right. It's like, well, then where do the regular people do? Like, what do they make do with, right?
Yeah.
So
it comes out to like so much money a month.
Yeah.
So much money. That's the reason why, like with my editing software.
Yeah.
That's why I got DaVinci because there's no subscription for that. There's no choice to have a subscription for that. There's just the free version.
Yeah.
And they only give you so much. And then they have the studio version and then they give you everything.
Yeah.
But either way, it's
a one-time purchase.
Powerful.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a one-time purchase.
Yeah. For my video editing, I use Kden Live.
Kden Live? I don't think I've ever heard of that.
I was using OpenCut, but OpenShot was having issues where like it was stuttering at places where it shouldn't be stuttering at. So I just use Kden. It's been working out fine.
Hell yeah. Yeah. As long as whatever works, you know. My but exactly that, dude. It was like when I was looking into all the things, like all the different things that could help me out, it was like the first place I went, because when I was working on radio back in like 2004, we were using Adobe Audition. And then they had this other program called Cool Edit Pro. Yeah. And I don't even know if that exists anymore. Yeah. But back then it was like you bought it, you got it. Yeah. Plain and simple. And then so I immediately went to go check out Adobe. And then I was like, where do you buy it? Where do you buy it? And I had to Google it. And
like, we don't do it anymore.
We don't do that anymore. And I'm like, that is such a fucking scam.
It is.
That is such a scam.
It is.
I'm like, are you serious? It's like, oh, like for editing, like for like podcasts and shit like that. Yeah, you need a subscription for like for certain ones. I used to have one for CapCut and I threw them out, you know. So but before it was like CapCut, Adobe, or you know, something similar, and then you have your other things too, like I recently got one. I'm so pissed because I've been trying to avoid subscriptions, but it's been massively helpful. But I recently got one where it distributes across the platforms.
Oh, those are great. Those are great.
Yeah.
Those are worth it if you're actually like...
Yeah, because it would take me before, like all the clips, it would take me over an hour to just upload the clips because there would be so many damn clips. And this one, I can actually schedule it. And so...
And it does it for you.
It does it for me, and it's useful. But yeah.
But it's a subscription too?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a subscription, which really sucks.
I would imagine something like that, unless the other ends are constantly updating themselves, so you need a subscription. But that's the thing. It's like these kind of updates, they usually hide behind security updates or something. But
yeah, because nobody ever reads the terms.
And sometimes it is a security update, but usually speaking, they're just changing some numbers around.
Yeah.
But it's still the same thing. But if you don't have the matching number, you can't upload stuff using some other third party.
It's strange. Yeah.
It's minimal work for maximum money.
Yeah. It's bad.
Yeah. So,
it's bad. It's like, because especially with...
And it's not just minimal work, it's made up work.
Right.
So...
Yeah. What I learned how to do was everything... I thought of everything that I wanted to do and everything I wanted to try to create in this like podcast.
Yeah.
And I started doing research with like, what's the best way to do it with the minimal amount of money possible. And it was like, oh my God, it was just, it was such a pain in the ass because like 85% of it is just revolved around subscriptions and it sucks. And those are not cheap.
They're not.
They're not cheap.
They're counting on... They're counting on you making money as if you are already Mr. Beast.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But but you know, I don't know. And it's messed up because it also puts a lot of onus on schools too. Because schools have to pay for subscriptions like that if they want to teach their students that, right? So what ends up happening is, let's say school doesn't actually spend the money for it, right? So then the school teach you all the theory, but in real life, all these theories have to be applied to some tool, but you never had experience using those tools.
Yeah.
But then the companies are like, you are actually not what you think, what you say you are, right? But then they lowball you some more.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my God, it's so bad.
It's tell you what, it's almost like pricing can be used like a bludgeon, like a weapon in ways that just, I don't know, it's like to keep people out, to keep people feel like they're not enough so you can pay them less. It's like...
It's crazy. Yeah. I know what you mean. It's crazy.
Like people with the ability to set prices and pass it around, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's such a double-edged sword too, because especially like in what like we're doing, for example, like, so, all right, so on one hand, like I need YouTube and I want to post to YouTube and I love that that platform is there.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, if I'm watching a fucking video, if your ad pops up in my video, I'm just automatically boycotting it. I'm so pissed at just the amount of ads that are in this shit for people who I think are doing like the same thing, who are just trying to teach you something.
Yeah.
Or just trying to show you something.
Yep.
Then 2 minutes in it, there's like a Liberty fucking Mutual ad that'll pop up. And I was like, if I got to see that fucking emu one more time, you know? And it's just like, but it's crazy. But at the same time, I'm just kind of like, I have to have it because, you know. But yeah, the thing is with it too, is it kind of like, but I love that it gives you a platform to be able to talk and, you know, to like, you know, to put your video out there for people to watch.
But that's the thing, remember how we were saying that they have the better ones and then we just get the shitty ones?
Yeah.
Think about it. They control free speech, the kind of free speech that can get to everyone around the world.
Yeah.
But you only get the kind of free speech where you can talk to your friends and family and maybe somebody who's even willing to listen to you at a bar.
Yeah.
Right? So then it's like there are tiers to realities now. It's almost like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And that's another thing too, is like your algorithm, the way your algorithm goes, like as far as I guess YouTube goes, is that they only push your video if it's doing well.
Yeah.
But they won't like, it's kind of like, dude, how the fuck is it supposed to do well unless you push it?
Yeah.
So then what do? They sit there and they go like, oh yeah, well you can pay this amount of money and then we'll push it for you. Yeah. I'm like, you fucking greedy sons of bitches.
Yep.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You know, but it's fucking nuts.
I guess. But then if that's the case, then you may have to follow the paid sort of like the free to play business model. So what video games like free to play do? They do this thing where it's they give you freebies for about a month.
Yeah.
But you have to log in every single day.
Right.
Just to train you like a dog.
Sons of bitches.
But then after a month, it becomes a habit. But then the rewards just gets diminishingly worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.
Or the like if you have like an opponent, or like one of those like fighting games. I used to play the DC Universe one.
They give you easy opponents until a month in, and then you face against all the hard ones, and then you are the easy opponent to know.
And then it's impossible.
Yeah,
you can't beat them. It's impossible. Your guy's just gonna be too weak
unless you buy the latest and newest character with the better moves.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, they get you used to winning, right?
Yeah, it's like that's just the thing that you have to do. It's just,
but the reason why I bring it up is that maybe that's what you need to do with your YouTube videos is that you pay advertising for a month to just get people used to watching your video, and then you can slowly cut back on it, and then who knows?
I really don't know. I don't know, like, because I don't know how to get it like better. I've been like kind of watching things about like how like how people do it and stuff like that, and
maybe the gaslighting part was always you have to spend money to make money. Because what if the original rule was just make money? Like you don't need to spend money or do anything. You just make money.
You got to make money to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And like it's not really unfortunately, it's not really like a work hard and you will succeed kind of thing.
It's well, it is, but unfortunately humans aren't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you hear about stories about how like government are passing laws that are essentially written by lobbyists and things like that. Like the people who are supposed to be reading them don't even read it. Then you come to realize that, at the end of the day, people just want to fuck around and get paid. It doesn't matter which seat they sit at.
They don't give a fuck. Yeah.
They want to spend time with their family. They want to pursue their hobbies. So then, like, the kind of people who actually have an axe to grind or something to achieve in this world are far and few. Most of them just want to be with families and hang out and feel like they're worth something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's how. So then it becomes a butting head of like I think I mentioned this is the biggest lament about growing up is that I used to think that growing up, it's like I finally have the power to help people and do what's right. No, it becomes a game of who can get away with getting things without actually having to. Pretty much people with the ability to say no the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you can say no and push it on to others, great. And then it's just, it makes me feel a certain kind of way,
Interesting. Yeah. I can see what you're talking about though.
Yeah.
It is really interesting. And going back to what we were speaking about earlier too, it's I've had this conversation, a similar conversation with several comedians that have been on here so far about what it takes to accomplish like your dreams of being a comedian and how it's almost like you have to do it smartly. I feel like in my personal opinion that like just kind of giving things up and not like having a job too, I don't feel like that's like the smartest way to do it.
Well, no, doing things smartly, that can be taken two different ways, right? Because some people can say, I need to do things smartly. That means I can be an asshole, right? Because people are smartly lazy. Like, for instance, I'll tell you a story. Q Tony did the Madison Square Garden thing a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
I actually bought tickets to it.
Mm.
And then I arrived there. Now, friends asked me, hey, cut here. So, you don't have to go to the back of the line, right? But I want to follow the rules. So I went to the back of the line, right?
Yeah.
And then, but because I follow the rules, the line cut like essentially right in front of me. And then they said, oh, we made a mistake. We're not taking in any more entrants. And I cried, dude.
No shit.
Yeah, imagine how much it costs to fly to New York, all the hotels, all the taxis. Now, luckily, I did bought the ticket for the show,
Uh-huh.
but I didn't get to sign up, right? But I bought those tickets like back in May or something, and it happened in August, right?
Yeah.
So it was 3 months of anticipation just gone.
Oh.
But that's the thing, right? That's like doing things the right way. Well, not the right way, but like if you do things morally, sometimes you,
Sometimes you get bit.
as my pastor friend said, he says you always have the choice to pay for the consequences.
You always have the choice to pay for the consequences?
Yeah. For doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
There's been times like I did that. I did like choices that I was like, no, I'm gonna do the right thing.
Yeah, because there was this girl who was who also arrived way later than me.
Mm-hmm.
She was going up the line and just said, hey, I can pay you $50. Will you let me cut? I didn't let her. But I'm like, but if you have to, go to the front and ask someone up front. And she did pay the person $50 and she did get in.
No shit.
Now she didn't get on.
Yeah, but she got in a position that you were wanting to get in to begin with.
Yeah. So then the thing is like, what is the right thing to do, right? Like things like returning a cart to the thing doesn't matter. I don't know. I put my cart back when I can, right?
Yeah.
Or pushing your chair back in doesn't matter. I don't know, right?
Right.
But it's little things like this, like it matters, but it also doesn't matter, right? But I want to believe that it matters. That's why I do it. But sometimes it's hard to see, right?
Yeah. The way I look at it is like I do those things to help out the next person and hope that it goes full circle. And then when I need a cart, then I know exactly where they are.
Yeah.
And when I'm walking in a restaurant,
I don't see a car running down the road to hit another car that's parked there.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like when I'm walking in a restaurant, I don't have to like dodge like a bunch of chairs and shit. It's in the military we had a saying of like, don't be a buddy fucker.
Yeah.
And so it's just basically don't like, set other people up for the success that you want to have.
Yeah.
And it's like, and so like when you do that, it comes full circle.
Because sometimes I see people drive crazily on the road. Like they cut, they run reds and all that.
Sons of bitches.
And then I think to myself, do they know something that I don't?
Right.
Like maybe they know the secret to life and maybe nothing matters. The only thing you have is your time. And time is the most precious thing, so fuck rules.
Yeah.
Like a part of me is like, is that the conclusion that I'm supposed to be arriving at?
Well, so what you're doing right now is something that I even I tell everybody. I'll tell my kids. It's just like, it's question everything.
Yeah.
Like just question everything. Questioning things doesn't mean that you're gonna just tell somebody that they're wrong necessarily. It's just that trust but verify.
Yeah.
There's different sayings, but it's essentially the same thing.
It's like a value system, right?
Yeah.
And so, but then you think about it like this, like maybe in the short term, what they're doing is wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
But think about all the red that they ran.
Right.
They save maybe 2 minutes a day.
Maybe.
5 days a week.
Right.
Repeated 52 times a year. 10 minutes times 52, 520. That's almost 6 hours a year.
Oh my God, how'd you do that?
I rounded up 520 to 600 and then 600. So if we minus 2, so 6. So instead of 60 hours, so 59, 58 hours. But let's just round it up to 6.
You might as well be speaking actual Chinese to me right now.
Okay. Let's round it up to 60 hours.
Awesome.
A year, right?
Yeah.
From all the cutting that they do, right?
Mm-hmm.
60 hours a year. A person is a driver from, I don't know, 18 all the way to 70-year-old. Well, do they take away your driver? Let's just be fun. Let's just 60 years old, right?
I don't know when they do.
So 20 to 60, 40 years, 42 years times 2400 hours.
Okay, yeah, just a bunch of those hours. Yeah.
2400, that's
2400.
100 extra days to their life they just saved. Well, 100, yeah.
By going faster.
By being an asshole, being an asshole to everybody else. So
but
those days do adds up, right?
Yeah.
Now, of course, if they're unlucky and get into a car accident, that's something else, right?
Yeah.
But they're essentially gambling with everybody else's well-being just to get that extra 100 days out of their lives.
But in doing that, that's also illegal, and there's a possibility that person.
I'm not saying this is right, but I'm saying is that if you add up the numbers, it makes sense, and I hate that it makes sense because I mean it's the same reason why like I'm not trying to justify for evil, but it's like saying, why doesn't a snake just use its raw strength to fight? Why does it have to use venom? Right?
Yeah.
Right? Because venom is cheating, right? But
it's like I guess like what I was getting at a moment ago was that it's like, yeah, they might have all that extra time, but you got to think about it like this. Like there's a possibility that all that extra time was incredibly difficult for that person and it didn't need to be. So it's like, like, because now it's like, if for some reason they got pulled over and all this other shit, and they got to go to court, yada, 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 their life is fucked. Just from stupid shit, and they just don't fucking learn.
Or they're a YouTuber and they filmed the encounter, they escape the cops, and then they get rewarded with a whole bunch of money and then do it some more.
Yeah, but I wouldn't know because a fucking ad played.
Yeah.
It's like, it's bad, but yeah.
Because like you look at the current administration in America, then essentially you think to yourself, it's like it's almost like that saying that goes, if you can do it, you have to. So
if you can do it, you have to?
Yeah. So if you can abuse power, you have to. If you can do corruption, you have to do corruption kind of thing. Yeah. It's almost like I have a weapon, now I have to use it, right? Or like the saying, if you have a hammer, everything else looks like a nail. So if that's the case, well then, but it just feels, I don't know, it may be just human to do something like that, but
it's there's the duality of man, it's just, or woman, it's or everything else. It's just it's just that there is this thing in us that's like, you're gonna fuck up. That's just how it is. It's just what you do after you fuck up. Like, are you going to continue on this, or are you going to try to improve your life? Like, man, I have made some stupid fucking decisions that ultimately like destroyed where I'm at, but I'm trying to make every day count. Nonetheless, I'm trying my best, not doing the best. I'm not perfect by any means. There's nowhere in my life that's perfect at all, but I try to be a good person, try to be polite, and try to, be kind to others.
But you just got me an interesting thing. You said nothing is perfect, right?
Right. Yeah.
But would you know perfect when perfect does happen?
So that's a good question, right?
Yeah. Because
it seems like I didn't know.
Because what is perfect?
I didn't know that something was perfect until I thought about it later.
Yeah.
Until I thought about it,
Because we think about like humans, right? Like sometimes we want to be more capable. We want to be able to see everything. We want to sense everything. But then it's like, do you? Because like, let's say, be able to sense everything. Imagine you're so sensitive. You come from a touch, right? Or something, right? That's too much, right? That's too much. So, or you can see everything. Do you really want to see all the, like whenever they shine black lights on things and everything looks horrifying and things? Do you want to see everything?
Yeah, that's why everything's so white right now.
Right? It's almost like we're at a comfortable range where we're capable but also incapable at the same time.
Yeah.
It's almost like perfect doesn't mean like the best or the worst. Is somewhere in between that somehow is set for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's kind of it's really it's very interesting
because the perfect temperature is different for different people. Some people like it hot, some people like it cold, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. You know, that's really true because, you know, I was actually just watching a video on, you know, lighting and, you know, how to make the podcast better and, you know, like visually and how to get consistent and keep it consistent. I was doing like especially my homework for your episode because I was like, for anybody watching who've been watching, it's like your first episode was just messed up. So I just want to make sure that your second, your redemptCHEN episode was like perfect, right? And this one guy, he said something.
I suddenly feel really cold.
Right? It's like, I'm warm. No, just
no, the saying in Chinese is whenever someone says a groaner joke, you're like, whoa, it's getting cold in here.
Yeah, insert sound effect here. But but yeah, so when I was watching that, somebody said something, they're like, but ultimately, all the settings that you do are subjective. And it's really up to you about how you want to make it look. There is no like, you know, this is how you do it pathway. It's an art.
It's almost like you had to do you and see if other people fuck with it. And that's it.
Yeah, it's kind of like, so that's essentially, you know, it's kind of like, that's sort of synonymous to like what we're talking about now. Just kind of like, you know, the way you live your life. It's just like, just figure out what's good for you and do it. You know, now, you know, for some people, I guess it takes a while to learn that.
It's something like, it goes something like this. The best revenge and the best gratitude you can do is to live well.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, because like people who want bad for you, if you live well, then that's revenge, right? It's like, ha, F you, I'm still living great, right?
Yeah.
But the people who actually want good for you, it's like, yeah, I'm living up to your expectations. I'm living well. Look at me. Be proud, right?
Right.
So yeah, just live well no matter what.
Live well.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, speaking of living well, we're good. We got a good episode.
Good.
We got a good episode. Are you going to go out tonight?
I think I have to.
Yeah.
What's it called? It's let's see, what time is it? It's 8:00.
Yeah, that's partially the reason why I'm kind of ending it, just in case you had something.
Yeah. Are you going to go to 6th Street, the 9:00 thing, to go see JP perform at Shakespeare's, I think?
Yeah, same, actually.
I might stop by there, but I'll probably stop by next door at Daisy Roosters and see if there's any music thing going on.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, is just
parking is going to be terrible, though.
Oh, yeah.
A part of me sort of just want to stay home. But
Me too. But I told JP, I was like, I'm going to go out. I felt bad about missing him. So do you want to put anything out to the people?
I think the world is going crazy, right? And the world is going crazy, so do what's meaningful to you, because nobody's going to judge you when the world is destroyed with nuclear bombs. So might as well live to your fullest, be good to the people that you care about, don't care about people that you don't like's opinions, do something meaningful. There's more to life than just money. Now, that's not to say that start spending your money recklessly so that you become homeless. That's also not living well, but you know, I would say there's no certainty in future. All you have is now. So I know it's a cliche to say live life to the fullest, but be honest and true to yourself, because America is an abstraction from reality, and entertainment and the internet is another abstraction. And if you do double abstractions, then you're really far away from the truth. So do what you can to stay grounded. Yep, that's all I got.
Very good. Here. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in again. I appreciate it so much. So that was really awesome. It was just a nice conversation. Loved it. So, but I can't wait for you to see it. All right, and that's it. That's a wrap.
See you around.
See you around.
In 1 hour.
You're right. We'll see you in just an hour.